Now we're to the troubleshooting section, and I am going to teach you some of the most common mistakes that spray tan artists will make from beginner to advanced. Anybody is going to go through these, and so I'm going to teach you how to master them so your clients literally have no idea that you're fixing problems, and you will be amazing. So here we have the dreaded dark spots underneath the arms. This happens when the client puts their arms down all the way from holding them up, and then they get rings under them. So I'm going to teach you how to fix that. You're just going to respray with the solution and blend out with your trusty little blender brush right there, and it like disappears. Solution fixes solution. We just want to re-wet it so it's movable. Now, fixing the tan lines, this is pretty easy to do. You can use it with your spray gun or your contour gun. Here I'm just taking the contour gun with a rapid solution in the gun and just filling, it's just like coloring. You're just filling in those tan lines. It's not going to completely take the tan lines away, but it is going to help camouflage them a little bit better. If you have an older, more mature client, sometimes they can have creases in their elbows. Don't even worry, this is how you're going to fix it. You're just going to bend that elbow, respray, and then blend. Again, solution fixes solution, so we just want to get that solution movable so we can blend it out. Gun spits on your client, it's the worst, but you just pick up your little brush and just blend it as soon as you see it, and then we're going to re-wet it a little bit more with our gun and blend again. This brush will literally be your best friend. One of the most common text problems that you're going to get from your client is, oh crap, I spilt something on my tan. So you're going to tell them, don't even worry, just dab the area. You never want to rub because we don't want to be like spreading more of the bronzer and stuff around. So we're just going to dab off the excess water, and then you're going to take a little bit of moisturizer. Doesn't matter what kind it is, just a little teeny amount. You're going to work that to get like in your fingers, and then we're just going to blend that out. Just so we're like getting rid of that defined line, we're just making the solution blendable again. If they were in the studio, obviously you would redo it with the gun, but they don't have the gun with you. So this is a trick that they can do on their own. So when we're taking the brush, we never want to take it down their hand because that's going to take solution on the palm of their hand that you just wiped off. You always want to push that back, and you always want to dab. You never want to rub back and forth. And I let their hand just kind of rest on mine as I wipe down their nails. You always want to get their nails. So spraying around permanent jewelry, so easy. We're just going to have the client do a couple extra steps just by shaking their hand that moves their bracelets up. And then we're going to spray the hand in our X pattern, make sure we're blending down those knuckles. And then when they flip it over, we're going to have them shake it again just to make sure that we don't have any lines. It's super easy. Just have them do a couple of those shakes and blend around, and you'll be set. Now we've had our favorite client come in who never listens to a word that you say, and she's touched her tan, and there's now a handprint on her butt. So you're going to take your favorite blending brush and the spray gun. We're going to re-wet it, and you're just going to blend as best that you can. Typically, this rinses just fine, and I'll bring up something in the appointment like, oh, I'm going to try to blend out where you light touched. It's probably going to rinse just fine, but make sure to watch that when you rinse. Okay, when the client touches your tent, it's going to happen. It's literally the worst. You're just going to, as soon as you see it, try to blend it out with your brush, get as much off, and then take your gun again, re-wet it, and blend it. Blend it, blend it, blend it. Then you're going to take a baby wipe also if you notice that they've gotten a little too dark, and just dab that solution off and then blend out again. Because we don't want their elbows going crazy dark. Make sure that your client isn't making these squinty faces when they're getting their face sprayed. They need to have otherwise you're just going to have lines. So we want to make sure that we're watching for that. When spraying their chest, the solution can tend to bead up there and get really dark. So we want to avoid that area as much as possible just so it's getting some overspray. But if you mess up and you go a little too dark, totally fine. They will have no idea. You're just going to take your cute little blending brush and blend out that extra solution, talk to them about their vacation, and you'll just be set. Then you'll know for next time just to not go as dark. If you spray their ankles too heavy, they can get these lines. So you really want to watch for that. But again, just things to watch for. So you're just going to take your blending brush, re-wet it, move that solution around. If there's too much, then you can take a little wet wipe and get around those areas that you need to take a little bit more off. And as you get more comfortable, these areas won't even become a problem for you. But as you're learning and testing things out, like you already have these little simple steps to fix problems before they even become issues for clients.